Hey, it's day 2 of our clean beauty swap, and I wanted to come in and talk to you about a post we had earlier today. And we talked about having the environmental working group symbol on your products, right? That kind of does the research for you, so it doesn't have some of these harmful things. And I wanted to talk about these. So we've talked about parabens. So what do parabens do? Well, they can disrupt hormones, right? And harm the reproductive system. So you might say, well, how many parabens are in there? How much does it take? Well, remember, if you have parabens in multiple products you're putting on yourself every single day, as well as in, your clothing or whatever, like where we can eliminate things, we want to eliminate them. So phthalates are what we see mostly in synthetic fragrances. Again, remember, real clean doesn't smell. So those also can disrupt hormones, damage the reproductive system. You don't want to have those fake fragrances. There's no need for those. DEA is another one that we want to make sure we're not having. And then formaldehyde. Formaldehyde can actually cause not only exposure irritations, but also can build up to be carcinogenic, right? So there was a time when I was doing an event, and it was actually an Earth Day event. And at that event, I didn't have these great youth products that I'm talking about now, but I was talking specifically about cleaners. And we used to play a game. Some of you will remember this. We used to play a game called Toxic Hold'em, right? Where we would show you commercial cleaners and what kinds of chemicals they have in them. So there happened to be, I know this might sound a little off task, but I'm going to bring it around, okay? There happened to be a vendor for the product Simple Green, right? It was something that they really sold to manufacturing people and tried to get the guys working in the factories or in the shops to bring them home because it was going to be good. Simple Green. And Simple Green was on one of my toxic lists, right? So someone comes to my table and they're like, hey, that guy over there, he's selling this. And I'm like, yeah, so it contains carcinogens and hormone disruptors. And so then, they were going over and telling the Simple Green guy that I was telling them this. So the Simple Green guy, of course, comes over to me. And he says, why are you telling people this? And I had the specific chemical at that time, which I'm not going to recall. And I was like, does your product contain this? And he said, yes, but not that much. I was like, okay, well, take those chances with your children's growing hormones and reproductive systems. I'm not taking it with mine. Not that much. See, that's the point. You don't have to settle for not that much. You can settle for clean beauty. And that's why it's important that we're doing this swap this week. So I wanted to go ahead and just come in and talk to you about those things, because I know often we think like, how much, if they're selling it, how much of it is going to be bad. But here's the thing. You don't have to use products with those harmful hormone disruptors, carcinogens, respiratory issues. There are options. And that's what we're presenting this week. So that's what I wanted to come on and just kind of hammer home. Would have been good if I had a hammer, right? For a, now I can't even think, for like a visual effect. But I wanted to come and just hammer home that it's important. And there are options, there are choices where you don't have to expose yourself and your family to those types of toxins. There are products that don't include them. I hope that made sense to you today. And go back and read the post for today, right? So it makes sense what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. Have a good night. We got some great stuff coming up tomorrow. So make sure that you're following the group. You can go ahead and invite anyone you want to, but make sure that you have, clicked follow or that you've set it to your preferences so you don't miss anything that we're going to cover as we talk about how to make a clean beauty swap. Have a good night, everyone.